Carol Hart.
Good evening. My name is Carol Hart, and I teach at Memphis School, grade 4. And I wanted to give the board and Mr. Taylor a perspective from a very seasoned teacher. Having taught for over 30 years, I understand the significance of consistency and leadership. We really much appreciate Mr. Taylor coming by last year, I think it was, to explain that his methodology of leadership would be very flat and that he was here for us. So as a teacher, I'm asked that you embrace that and consider the fact that all the change that we have had, that for you to continue to have integrity to that, you would leave our principal where he is. And I'd like to refer back to that wonderful book, Everything I Need to Know About Life I Learned in Kindergarten, and that is you leave things where you find them. That's what I would like. Thank you.
Lastly, Ms. Erica López, please.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Erika López, yo soy la vicepresidenta del Concilio Estudiantil de la Escuela Mafet. Mis hijos están en el kinder y primer grado. Queremos el fin a la inconsistencia. Hemos tenido demasiados cambios. Nosotros hicimos nuestro proceso, ahora queremos a nuestro director. Nuestra demanda es... ¡No! Gracias.
Okay, that concludes public comments. Now we move on to reports, associations. LTA, please.
I'm sorry. Before to continue, are you like to say something?
You can.
After
You have to say it during your board member comments at the end.
in the end?
At the end, yeah. The only.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the school board, Superintendent Taylor, directors, teachers, and parents here tonight. A couple of updates this week from LTA. LTA and the school district have begun to meet on our first MOU committee about class sizes. Our goal is to find a way to bring smaller class sizes to all Lennox schools, well beyond the end of the QDIA program. We also have a second MOU committee that's going to begin meeting next week on planning time, where the goal is to find a way to bring more planning and reflection time to the elementary schools, and maybe, just maybe, finally a planning period to the Lennox Middle School. So we have high hopes for both those committees. They were created out of the last bargaining session, but we felt that they were something that needed to be talked about in a more collaborative environment than necessarily the bargaining table. So we looked at both those committees with great hopes. And second of all, as we begin the search for the new LMS principal, I'd like to remind the school board of a piece of contract language, Article 7.4. Under most circumstances, the following certificated openings shall be posted for no less than 5 working days prior to the closing date. Principal, assistant principal, counselor, director, coordinator, and teacher on special assignment. Unit members shall be able to keep on file in the personnel office a statement indicating their ongoing interest in any of these positions. In the event that a 5-day posting is impractical, the district shall notify those individuals with letters on file and the association president of the opening in question prior to the filling of this position. The goal of this contract language is twofold. First of all, to make sure that people interested in applying to positions have the opportunity. But second, and more importantly, is to make sure that the voices of teachers and others are involved in making decisions like this for our schools. And again, I would just like the board to consider that, remember that, as you think about your decision tonight and in the next couple of weeks. Thank you.
Superintendent, please.
There are 2 items before you. There is the winter physical education newsletter. And remember, our elementary PE teachers have begun PE education nights, and that's been going really well. Also, too, before you, you have the Lennox Middle School Fine Arts presentation, the winter talent schedule. And I want to note in here that this was made by students, the technology students at the middle school. And you can see it's a